Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Software Engineer K here, and we have been seeing some pretty crazy stuff happening in the market. So we are going to be going through my prediction of what the next drop is going to be on VeVe. We are also going to be dissecting a little bit on the market movement that's happening, and we do also have some big news with regards to the current active usership on VeVe, which we can apply as to why many of us have now no longer been getting drops, myself included, and also what we can look towards in terms of OMI burn with the current expected revenue. So first off, the next drop, VeVe has dropped a teaser. They've put up this kind of underwater ocean video with some shooting stars. Now, some people had various different predictions. Could be Jurassic Park, you know, because they got the underwater dinosaur. It could be Aquaman. Someone said it could be OpenSea because it's a sea. But I think most probably it's going to be Mermicorno Season 2. And there are a couple of reasons for that. So one reason is the shooting star. If you look at the description for Mermicorno Season 1, it states in the description that, you know, these Mermicornos, they move towards the direction of a shooting star. So that is one hint. The second one is, and now this is could be purely coincidence, but I know that VeVe, they tend to kind of like giving these little Easter eggs. And at Decon, they gave physical Mermicorno Season 2 collectibles. And that's quite specific. So, you know, we know at Decon they also leaked a future Ron English drop, which was the green Monopoly Man. So I think them giving away the physical Mermicorno Series 2 could have been a hint that this could be a, you know, a drop that's upcoming quite soon as well. So that is pretty awesome. Now, in terms of the Series 2 collectibles, there are 8 in total in Series 2. So I believe, you know, we'll see multiple commons and uncommons. And, you know, I don't know if they'll drop all 8 of these. Maybe they'll only choose to drop 6. But the ultra rare, I think, would be this one here, Shark Bite. Just because if you have a look, it says that this is the chase, 1 in 30 chance. But, you know, maybe they might choose to make one of the other ones an ultra rare. I would really like this one to be the ultra rare just because this is pretty cool. Like, I really like the silver and kind of, you know, shark pattern on it. I do quite like this one here, the Perlina, because it kind of reminds me of the, you know, I think it's the Gelatina, the other pink one. So yeah, there's some pretty cool ones. Cerulean has this really cool aqua effect. So yeah, I'm looking forward to these. And I've actually got every single Tokidoki collectible to date. So, you know, yeah, it was never planned like that. I came to VeVe for Marvel stuff and I ended up collecting all the Tokidoki stuff. Now, the other point is, I'm going to play this for you. So recently, David Yu and Dan Crovers, they were on the news. They were covering a segment on NFTs and they gave some key bits of information away. So let's just have a look at this.
Digital assets that represent real-world objects. As Kristen Hall reports, one Kiwi company has already turned the trend into a billion-dollar business.
To the uninitiated, the world of NFTs might sound a bit overwhelming.
I was originally into crypto a little bit, buying some coins here, and then a friend rang me up and says, hey, look, there's a new site, it's called VeVe. Go there and buy yourself a couple of Batmans, you won't regret it.
But
okay, that guy who bought some Batmans, I'm pretty sure he's not regretting it right now.
it's simpler than it sounds.
It's sort of just a new form of collectibles. I mean, it's a bit like in the old days when people had baseball cards and things. You will pay a lot more for one because there may only be one of them there.
An NFT, or non-fungible token, is a digital asset that represents real-world objects like art, music and videos. They're bought and sold online and have a unique digital code.
We even show you their entire trading history, so you can see every owner.
And it's big business. To date, the most expensive NFT sold, a collection of 5,000 digital images, went for $69 million at London auction house Christie's. Even Nike started selling virtual sneakers through its new NFT platform.
Value is in the eye of the beholder, so it's just another thing people are willing to pay.
New Zealanders are in on the action too. Kiwi company VeVe launched its NFT app at the start of 2021.
We've sold 2.8 million editions since January, growing to like 1.3 million active users.
Okay, That's the first point. 1.3 million active users. Now, some of us thought that it was 1.3 million downloads because, we know that we surpassed 1 million downloads, but 1.3 million active users. And now VeVe does have criteria for what is just a user versus an active user. An active user has to do a certain amount of activity on the app every week or so. So 1.3 million people. That's a lot of people, especially if the drops are only, like 10,000 editions. That's probably why a lot of us have been missing drops.
It allows users to trade, buy and sell, and will be generating over $1 billion revenue in the calendar year coming.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it there. David Yu says we'll be generating about $1 billion in revenue in the upcoming calendar year. Now, you have to remember that, about 7% dollar value when you average it out with fees and everything, about 7% is bought back. So $1 billion, 7% of that, if that is bought back, that's quite a lot of cash. That I believe that is $70 million worth of OMI tokens. And $70 million worth of OMI tokens, that is not a small amount. That's a pretty large chunk. So what can we look? Actually, let me just do some quick maths. I think that's about over 10 billion. I think it's about 11.5 billion OMI tokens, which is quite a lot. So that's literally just from the buybacks, and then we've got the secondary market burns. Then we're gonna have OMI to NFT. Then we're gonna also have primary market OMI burn from land sales. Daniel Crovers also said there's going to be gamification in the VeVeVerse, which requires OMI token as utility. We're also going to have, miscellaneous utilities such as breeding labbits. I predict that breeding labbits will require OMI token as well. So there's going to be like loads of points where you can use OMI token. I think they even want to collaborate with other projects where they can use the OMI token within those projects. So there's going to be loads of ways, and you can't ignore the demand that the OMI token has to have. Like if we go back to old school, forget the deflationary aspects. A token value is going to increase when there's more demand for it. And VeVe, you can see month on month, the demand has increased and increased and increased. And with more exchanges, we are going to have less of an effect of a few whales manipulating just, a couple of really not very good exchanges we have right now. So it is, from where I can see, probably one of the safest projects and most bear-proof, market-proof projects. Okay, now I'm saying bear market-proof. It's obviously not bear market proof, but I would say it's bear market resistant compared to other projects, and we're going to see that more and more as the regulations and all of the kind of more speculative plays in crypto start coming in. So that to me is pretty big. Now, just coinciding with that, with the push in users, we started to see season 1 collectibles pretty much go extinct on the market, and with that, the more premium season 1 collectibles. So I had to kind of make the move now, all the stuff that I'd been putting off because, I like having a lot of gems so I can flip. But at the same time, a lot of the season 1 collectibles, which I just didn't buy, I've now had to kind of go and buy just because they're starting to increase in price very rapidly. And one that I felt was, that I feel is going to kind of start to move is the Starfire, because it's 1,000 editions. It is actually the first animated VeVe collectible NFT. It was the first ever full color DC NFT as well. So yeah, and it's a 1-of-1 set as well, which is quite good because now it gives me 70 sets. But as you guys can see, I basically went in, I picked up the Starfire for about 1.35k, and that was literally the floor. And there's only about 30 or 30 something of those left in the market. So, if you were missing the Batmans, the Superman, any of these kind of early season 1 DC collectibles, these sets, these are the ones that I think are going to start to gain more and more attraction. They've proven themselves, they've always sat at like a very solid floor, and now they have started to truly move. So this is what I'm going for. It's fine to kind of go for whatever you want, collect the things that you enjoy, but I really want to collect and complete these sets. I would say I'm kind of addicted to completing sets rather than a specific type of collectible, but yeah, I just want to complete the sets of these early season 1s that I was missing. So we'll see where else I can go. Now lastly, the price of OMI for today. So OMI price has kind of been trading sideways now. The expectation was we would continue along this ascending triangle, and we would break out here. Now we have kind of moved a little bit off this upwards trend line, which is fine. You know, we are still trading in this 0.61 cents range. I believe, you know, once we get to here about 0.67 cents, this is around that point where it's, you know, we're going to make or break OMI. We might come back down to, you know, the 0.5 cent range. Most likely, I believe we won't go down that low, probably closer to around about this key point of support at 0.58 cent. Just because we are very, very close to seeing OMI finally move on to Ethereum, finally get listed on more exchanges, you know, finally be opened up to all of the utility that we've been missing. So OMI, my plan is actually to buy some more. I'm gonna buy some more tomorrow, and I'll update you guys tomorrow on my OMI purchase. But yeah, I haven't actually bought any OMI since July, so yeah, this for me, I dollar cost average. Yes, I could have gotten in a bit cheaper if I, you know, bought like here back in like, you know, August, but I've been buying even cheaper than that back in July, June, May. So it's fine for me to kind of increase my average a little bit, just because I feel even more confident in OMI now. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I had to go through with you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, support the content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.